Well, good afternoon, John.
Afternoon.
How are you doing this week?
We're doing all right. Nice to see everybody.
Just Monday, isn't it, so far?
Monday morning blues, all back at work again.
Yeah, that's all right.
Not really.
We're happy to be here.
Very happy to be here.
Good. So what have you brought in for us? I'm seeing some Warlord books on the desk here.
Those of you of a certain age will know exactly what these books are. My friend Tony was clearing out his mother's attic and turned out he managed to find 6 annuals of Warlord Comic from the 1970s. This one's 1978, a very fine year. And this is, if you're in Britain at the time, this is what a diet of nonsense we were brought up upon. Daring do of almost always World War II. Not always, but 90% World War II diet. They're possibly not quite so terribly PC these days, so I won't show you every page. But they were terribly exciting when I was 10, 12, 15, whatever it was. Some real old characters in there, and we liked the logo so much that we kind of borrowed a bit of the look, if I'm honest. But that's how we kind of got the name for Warlord Games as well. So if you do see them online for about $5, pick them up. They're great fun and remind you of those 1970s, which were all monochrome. But there we go.
Great. And I see over there a tank. Well, I've already seen it, haven't I?
Yes, I bought in my Churchill tank, or one of them, as everybody's getting terribly tank-tastic about Achtung Panzer. So I bought this one in for Melissa to show off, and unfortunately I had a small accident just as we were bringing it in. She managed to drop it, so she stopped crying now, which is good. And
I'm sorry.
It's easily done. What have I been? I did this one a few years ago, but it's a Churchill with a 75mm gun, slow and but better armoured on the front than a Tiger tank, which people forget. And we built about 15,000 of them, whereas they only built about 1,400 Tiger tanks. So the gun wasn't terribly good, but the survivability of the crew was great in this big beast. And so what have I got on the stowage? We put some ration boxes on the back, and there's bedrolls here. On the turret we've got more small packs and mugs for their tea, very useful indeed. Some extra petrol or water cans on the back, probably water I would have thought they'd put there. And this crew have been scrounging around the scrap heaps, and if you can see, they've been getting old Churchill tracks which have been thrown on the dump and have now rusted up. And they've been welded to the side of the turret and to the side of the tank in the hope that it'll keep out a German armoured penetration. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. The jury's out about whether it really worked. The regimental sergeant majors didn't like the troops doing it because you're overloading your tank even more, making it heavier and heavier. But I think generally if the crew thought it was going to give them a better chance of survival, who's going to tell them off? I wouldn't, that's for sure. Our plucky tank commander's just poking his head out the top there. I managed to pop a Webley revolver beside him, just in case there are any Germans going to climb on the back and shove a grenade down the back. What else is on this one? I've also included a 2-inch mortar with some rounds. Now, the story is that these guys had a smoke mortar internally, but they weren't always fitted, and they weren't always, perhaps they've run out of ammunition. Either way, they kept a 2-inch mortar with a supply of bombs on the back, just in case they've run out, to give them some chance of forming a smoke screen. And this fella's called, see on the name there, the troop name, he's called Valiant, this tank. So the rest of the troops in the rest of the tanks in the troop would also have a name beginning with V. That was their call signs. And I weathered it up quite a lot, nice and muddy and always dusty. But it's a cracking model from Warlord. I must have done this one 10 years ago, 8 years ago. But it Anyway, I'll get them out and put even more stowage on them.
Okay.
Perfect. Anything else, John?
That's it. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for chatting.
Bye.
Bye.